Tonight, the push for a coronavirus vaccine put on the fast track.
We'd love to see if we could do it prior to the end of the year.
President Trump unveiling a new White House effort he says is aimed at developing and distributing a vaccine for the deadly virus.
It's called Operation Warp Speed. That means big and it means fast.
Mr. Trump tapping a 4-star Army general and a former pharmaceutical executive to lead the effort.
I have very recently seen early data from a clinical trial with a coronavirus vaccine. And these data made me feel even more confident that we will be able to deliver a few 100 million doses of vaccine by the end of 2020.
The Trump administration's end-of-year goal outpaces what most experts believe is possible, that it will take 12 to 18 months to develop, test, and produce a vaccine, and that anything less would be a medical miracle.
I just want to make something clear. It's very important. Vaccine or no vaccine, we're back.
Experts say the U.S. will not be able to fully recover from the pandemic until a vaccine is widely available. The president not wearing a face mask during today's Rose Garden news conference, although Dr. Anthony Fauci and Dr. Deborah Birx did.
Why does President Trump choose not to wear a face mask? Does he think it sends the wrong message?
That's his choice. You know, he's tested each and every day.
But there are new questions tonight about the reliability of the test the White House uses to ensure the president's safety. The FDA issuing an alert Thursday night that the rapid coronavirus test from Abbott Laboratories may give inaccurate results, after a new study found it may miss as many as half of positive cases.
If you're testing positive or negative, it can always be double-checked, but it's a very good test.
And the president today again insisted the coronavirus could disappear even without a vaccine, something his own top health advisors have dismissed as unrealistic.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.